Welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you haven't already subscribed, please ensure to do just that. I was basically talking to you guys about the zoom out and zoom in function. So at the far right hand side, almost to the bottom right of my screen, you can see the whole options that you can use. So you can click on this to zoom out. You can click on this with the plus sign to zoom in. Then you can also drag this option. So all you have to do is double click on this and drag, and you see it expands all of that. Then remember I mentioned this zoom to fit timeline, so you can also click on this and then it fits everything into the timeline. Let me do that again. So now everything has been like really expanded. The whole length of this video is just 11 seconds, but you can see that it has been really lengthened, right? I can do this and do that manually till I get to my desired destination, or I can click on zoom to fit timeline and voila, it does that for me. Next thing we need to do is sort our videos that are useful or useless to us. So for instance, this particular video is useful, this video is useful, this is useful, this is also useful, this is useful, this is useful, this is useful as well, this is useful, this is useful, this. So they are basically all useful. However, the flow might be something that I desire to work on, the way the video flows, to show progression. Also, based on how I have recorded the video, copied and pasted them, everything is in perfect alignment, so I don't really have to do much of that. So let me show you how to clip a video. This is probably the most major thing you need to learn as a video editor, and obviously one thing you will do the most, the activity you spend the most time on, is cut and join. You know how tailors use their scissors to cut and join? They imagine a style, they draft it, and then they start to cut, then the clothes begins to take shape by the time you are joining it back together. So over here we'll be learning cut and join. So like I said, you can manually do this to select or change this into a razor blade. You can see the icon appears like that of a razor blade. So anywhere you click on, it's going to cut, or you can still leave it here, or you can use these handles. So when you select, I'm going to click out. When you select any video, a white outline shows around the video, and then at the edges, that's the left side and the right side, there are handles. So you see that when my cursor gets there, it turns to a handle. When it gets here, it turns to a handle. I'm going to try it with another video. So you can see there's a handle, and then there's a handle. There's still way more complicated things to learn, but for now let's keep it simple. So we can either use the shortcut key B or A. So I'm going to click on B, and you can see it has changed to a blade. I'm going to click on A, that's changed to the cursor. I click on B, that's changed to a blade. I click on A, that's changed. So beyond using the blade, you can use the handles. So like I said, this video is 11 seconds long, and I do not want any video in this timeline to be longer than 5 seconds. So I'm just going to quickly run through this using the handles. I've watched this video. I can see that I want the last 5 seconds, so I'm just going to use the handle from the left to drag, and you can see that as I'm dragging, the length of the video is reducing, so up until when it's just 5 seconds, and I'm going to leave it there. Voila. So now you'll notice that after dragging, the video snapped back to the beginning of the timeline. I didn't have to move the video. That's because the auto snapping is on. So alternatively, I can turn it off, but I've chosen to leave it on. This video is 23 seconds long. I think I do not want my colleagues' faces showing, so I'm just going to see from just around here when this last person walked out of the frame. I can select this. So remember to bring your cursor or pointer, the white one, not just the yellow preview line now, the white one, to where you want it to be. So it's there now. I can use B or Control B to cut this. So let's do B. You can see that my cursor has changed to a blade. So once I click on exactly where this white line is, you can see that it has cut the video. So the one lengthy video that was 23 seconds long is now two separate videos. One is 13 seconds long, one is 9 seconds long. So I'm going to click on A to change this. So I select this. I can manually delete from here, and you can see that it's showing me the backspace icon on my keyboard. So I'm just going to use the backspace because it's faster. And you can see that it has now merged from this video to this video, and I didn't have to manually move the videos together. So now I'm going to reduce this. I can no longer see the length, so I can zoom in so that the length will be visible. Then you can also drag and move along your timeline to the left and right. At the bottom here, there's this scroller that you can double click and drag to scroll. But for me, I like to use my mouse tracker, my mouse pad on my system. So with 2 fingers instead of 1 finger, with 2 fingers, drop on the keypad, you drag to the left and right, and it will move. So you can see that this particular video is now 5 seconds and 22 frames long. So I'm just going to drag this till it's exactly 5 seconds long, just to show the ambience of the restaurant. At this point, I was already in the hotel and all of that. So basically, I'm going to be ending this video here. Thank you for watching up till this end. I hope you've been able to learn and get conversant with this, how to walk around, how to edit, import, how to drag and drop, how to cut, how to use the handles, how to select, and the likes. So we'll definitely be doing more. This is one in the first of many series of video editing videos. Thank you for coming around. Do remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe. It does help me, it does help the channel grow, and it also does help push this video out to as many people who need to see it. I have to continue editing this video because it's a project I'm currently working on, and I look forward to sharing the final outcome. So that means I'm going to be editing this video I've been showing you on my screen, and I'll also be editing the video that you can see me talking and speaking into the camera. There's also the screen recorder on my laptop that's recording the current CapCut window you can see. Okay, we'll be learning all of this with time. Thank you once again, and see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.